ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
The Petco Park vaccination superstation will close now for a third time. This comes the night before hundreds of thousands of San Diegans have been cleared to receive the vaccine. Thanks for joining us on this busy Friday night. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura has more on what's behind the closure.
The Petco vaccination superstation has the capacity to administer 5,000 doses a day, so the closure will impact thousands of appointments.
We were in and out probably within 10 minutes.
Fred Dudek and Marlis Vespi were one of many San Diegans that got the COVID-19 vaccine at the Petco Park vaccination superstation on Friday. The county says the site will close Saturday and is expected to remain closed through Tuesday due to a shortage of vaccine supplies. The site has closed twice before due to delayed shipments. Fred and Marlis had that in mind ahead of their Friday appointment.
I kept looking at my phone to make sure the appointment hadn't been canceled.
The closure comes as the county gave the green light for about 500,000 San Diegans to get vaccinated starting Saturday. That includes law enforcement, food workers, and teachers. The Petco site only administers doses of the Moderna vaccine, and the county says sites that carry the Pfizer vaccine will not be impacted. Teachers will also not be affected as they are getting vaccinated through a different system. Those that had a Friday appointment were breathing a sigh of relief.
We're glad we came today, and we're glad we got an appointment right away when we got our first shot.
Those affected by the closures will be notified through UC San Diego Health's MyChart system and will be automatically rescheduled. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
A UC San Diego Health spokesperson says it takes time to work through all the people impacted. They are asking for patience.
The House of Representatives is holding a vote tonight on President Biden's nearly $2 trillion COVID relief package. The plan includes another round of $1,400 stimulus checks for most Americans, billions of dollars for vaccines and COVID-19 testing, and more money for schools, state, and local governments. The House bill also includes raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. The Senate will likely scrap that component.
I salute President Biden for his American Rescue Plan, which will do just that, rescue the American people.
Instead, the apparent priorities of the Democrat leadership include a bailout for mismanaged states, pension funds, and an increase in the minimum wage.
Democrats are using a special measure known as budget reconciliation. It allows them to push the bill through Congress and avoid a filibuster in the Senate with a simple majority vote.
There is hopeful news tonight when it comes to vaccinations. An FDA panel is recommending emergency use authorization for Johnson & Johnson's one-dose vaccination. Up to 4 million doses could be shipped out immediately. ABC's Irene Shaw has that story.
The third weapon in the fight against the pandemic is almost here. Tonight, an FDA advisory panel voting to recommend authorization of Johnson & Johnson's one-shot vaccine. It's been tested against variants, and findings show it's 85% effective against severe illness, 100% effective at preventing hospitalizations and deaths. The FDA warning it has expected side effects like fever and fatigue. And Johnson & Johnson says they're looking into initial findings of 2 suspected severe allergic reactions consistent with what's been found in other vaccines. But health officials saying it's safe.
We now have 3 highly effective vaccines. Importantly, each of them are very effective against severe disease, and virtually all of them say that you look at the data and it's clear that you get essentially no hospitalizations or deaths.
The J&J vaccine, as they call it, can also be stored at normal refrigerated temperatures, making it easier to transport and stock than Moderna and Pfizer's vaccines.
We need vaccines that are effective and well tolerated, and importantly, ones that are simple to deploy.
The vaccine is expected to get its final green light in the next couple days, up to 4 million doses ready to deploy as soon as that happens, nearly 100 million ready to go out in the next 4 months. It's possible that with Moderna and Pfizer's expected 600 million doses by August, there could be a surplus of vaccines in the U.S. President Biden outside a mass vaccination site in Texas today, touting Friday's approval of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine.
And we've all seen the news about Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Today's just the 3rd safe, effective vaccine.
But despite that progress, there's concern that variants are spreading at a pace that's slowing down the decline in cases. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
California is expected to receive more than 1 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine over the next few weeks. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom announced about a third of that total should arrive next week.
That single dose provides opportunities to bring those doses and vaccines to where people are, because those doses don't require the storage that the Moderna and Pfizer doses require.
We know there are a lot of questions and different experiences with the vaccine rollout. Our ABC 10 News in-depth team is committed to tracking down answers and sharing your stories. Just send us an email at tips@10news.com.
New developments tonight in a day-long standoff in Chula Vista. A man suspected of killing his wife at their home. Police tonight did discover the woman's body. And our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Azevedo is at the scene with what we know so far.
Well, this house here is still blocked off while police continue processing the scene here on Glover Avenue. This standoff actually started yesterday at around 5 in the evening. It started with a phone call from a Chula Vista man to his family.
He's the one who called his family members and made comments that he had killed his wife.
Family members called Chula Vista police, who responded to the scene to investigate. Since about 5:30 Thursday evening, crisis negotiators worked with the suspect, hoping for a peaceful surrender. The man believed to be armed with a gun. Friday afternoon, communication stopped.
Then we lost contact with him. He stopped cooperating.
The SWAT team was called in to help, and after multiple attempts, they entered the home and were able to make an arrest. Officers finding a woman dead inside. The suspect identified as John Partain of Chula Vista, a man in his 60s. Police haven't released the woman's name. Police say it's still early in this investigation and haven't released a cause of death or a motive. In Chula Vista, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
High school football players were back on the field for their first official practice today. It comes just 1 week after a judge ruled youth sports can resume in San Diego County despite not meeting state requirements. 17-year-old Gunnar Hensley hasn't been wasting any time during lockdown. The Mission Hills High School quarterback said he and his teammates have kept up on their strength and conditioning.
We'd still get together and lift weights, so that kind of helped us cope with the lockdown mentally.
High school football teams are using equipment but are slowly working toward implementing more contact. Mission Hill's first game will be in 2 weeks.
The county reported 662 new cases today, while our test positivity rate ticked up to 4%. But another 11 San Diegans have lost their lives to COVID, bringing that total to 3,271.
New at 11 o'clock, 4 people have been shot in less than 2 hours in Mountain View. One of those people is now dead. The first shooting happened outside a liquor store in the 3700 block of Ocean View. Police say a man was shot 3 times around 7:20. He was rushed to the hospital. His condition is unknown. Witnesses say they heard gunshots, but police are still looking for suspects. The second occurred outside a liquor store in the 800 block of South 45th Street. Police say 3 people were shot there just after 9 o'clock and 2 were wounded. The third died at the scene. Police are also looking for suspects in this incident. They say it's too early to tell if the 2 shootings are related.
La Mesa police will not discipline the officer who shot a beanbag round at a protester last May. Officer Eric Knutson shot Leslie Furcron in the face during a protest, causing her serious injury. Well, today the police department announced an independent review of the case shows Knutson's actions did not violate department policy. The DA also declined to press charges, but Furcron has filed a civil suit against Knutson and the city. Pop star Lady Gaga's 2 French bulldogs, they're back home safe and sound tonight. A woman brought the dogs to an LAPD police station around 6 o'clock tonight. Gaga's representatives went to the station to confirm they were her dogs. The singer is currently in Rome to film a movie. It's not clear how the woman who dropped off the dogs got them, and no arrests have been made. The 2 French bulldogs were stolen Wednesday night when 2 thieves shot Lady Gaga's dog walker, Ryan Fisher. He is expected to make a full recovery.